Hello friends, welcome to the new Leam. My name is Srujana Yadav. Today in this video, I would want to specifically discuss about hugely unsettling issue of student suicides, and more specifically a girl from Telangana who's a student of University of Delhi has committed suicide few days ago. This brings us to a very important aspect of education, and most importantly the higher education in the country. So before getting further into details, I would want to read out a data which specifically mentions 66 children in Kerala have committed suicide in 100 days of COVID lockdown. A girl from University of Delhi, like I mentioned before, has killed herself, and I think perhaps the most moving part of the suicide is the suicide note that she has written in Telugu, for us to decipher the kind of pain, the kind of agony that this young student was going through. So the note highlights that it's hugely unsettling that I mentioned before. She says that I would want to study and I love studying, but however I've become a burden to my family, and I haven't committed any other mistake except for having huge interest in studying. She's unable to focus because she thinks she's a huge burden to her family, and also says that you all have to excuse me and I'm killing myself. And a note was signed at the end. So this note is unsettling on various grounds. Firstly, because of the huge economic hardship that this particular family or this particular girl is going through in terms of having accessibility to online education infrastructure. It could be a mobile data, it could be having a phone, or it could be having a laptop, for that matter, as basic as having electricity. And considering that she's also not from the urban space of Telangana, it is quite obvious that these would be the most important contributing factors for such tragic incident of her suicide. And I think this also brings us to another important facet, is there is this constant tussle that the institutions and that the many students are going through. For that matter, institutions would ask many students to vacate. There is no hostel accommodation will be given, there is no enough resources for the students to be provided. So we were just wondering why institutional setups are being unable to inclusive of these factors, when you know that there is this tangible crisis among the student community. And most also importantly, that the issue of accessibility is quite obvious in this case. And more than issue of accessibility, even the existing institutional support and infrastructure have become a huge hindrance for them, because they're not being really helpful. This and helpful for generally for the students, and also to the students especially from marginalized backgrounds. So this is definitely a problem, for not just for now during the pandemic, but in generally, having not access to scholarships, having improper infrastructure, not having accommodation, and people coming from different parts of the country and trying to study at a different place. This becomes a huge problem. I think this is an institutional disability, or this is disabling many people for to study or to come to those spaces to empower themselves. I think that is definitely a huge problem. And apart from that, no matter to what extent we have comfort in shifting our modes of education, modes of working to online, there is definitely a tangible missing of human touch to education. Where you interact with your friends on everyday basis, you talk to your teachers, you talk to your professors, where there is certain space, there is certain social habitus we create for ourselves as students, as individuals. So that is hugely missing in an online education system. And this also brings us to another facet of it, that how elite institutions are constantly failing to understand the needs of students who are coming from different backgrounds. Do they do they have any inclusive policies which makes them feel a sense of belonging for the students? Do they have a constant support system that they extend to the student community in their particular institutions? And how academically friendly are these institutions is something that's of huge concern for most of us. And most importantly, a sense of engagement and institutional engagement, which endorses confidence, which endorses trust, which also endorses faith in the institution, in also in the individuals, and also in the entire process of learning. I think that's where this the sense of belongingness comes in, because having financial problems, unable to stay back in the hostels, inaccessibility to internet, other resources, cell phone, mobile data, lack of scholarships, Actually, to put it in a very more specific way, I think more than pandemic, poverty triggered by pandemic is something that is killing more people across India. So in this entire case, why are we not looking at the institutional safeguards that we were supposed to have? Why are we always waiting for such moments or such uncomfortable and unsettling moments for us to realize that we need certain systems in place? I think that's where I would want to live this year. Thank you very much.